go with what works. Welcome to the game number 1. First match of the day here, playoffs day number 2. FCAP versus Blacklist International. What we saw yesterday, man, a very impressive from Blacklist. I think a lot of people, if you guys missed it, they performed out of their minds. Ingan, how are we feeling about the lineups here?
You know, I gotta agree with the panel again. It's hard to execute what Blacklist is up to, especially when Super Marco the Bulletproof. We all know in terms of KDA, Super Marco's up to par when it comes to KDA with Haji because he's bulletproof, but at the same time he can dish out the damage. With Lord James going right after Flap TZ early on, and forcing Blacklist to engage there. They want to go for an early kill as Oga trying to protect Flap TZ, but they're revitalized, though they might bring him down. He has to flicker out, and Lord James' aggression will pay off. They will get the first blood.
Already, you know, this. Hey, some people said, you know, oh, hold on, I think they're still engaging. Perks.
Okay, they want to go for the counter attack. Here comes the Shadow Stampede for El Capitan Few, but it's not going to be enough though, as Kyle TZ has to walk away, and Lord JM playing out of his mind already. A double kill early on, make it 3 as MP the King picks up the kill.
Man, this is a whole lot happening here under the 2-minute mark right now. I mean, we're talking about a good respective lead. Early game leading into that first objective in just a bit here. And with those kills, 2 being on Lord JM, that's great for the lane matchup. You know, this is an R-Lot pick. He just gets that level 4. He's got a nice lead against Flap TZ. So this makes things really, I guess, comfortable for Blacklist in the early portion of the game. We'll see if FCAP actually wants to respond to this and how they do that. But, you know, this team fighting, the skirmish is already happening, are really favoring Blacklist here.
And imagine the first turtle just spawned. Already 3 kills for Blacklist, 1.3k gold lead. A lot has happened. Yeah. So for sure, this game will be action-packed as 4 agents are securing here the turtle. Flap TZ and Oga just trying to survey the scene, trying to disrupt Blacklist as they will secure an uncontested turtle.
The other upside of this lineup from Blacklist International is just the fact that, you know, you have this Lo Yi here. Haji's running the Warcry Emblem, and that's why also those early skirmishes, you know, when he was able to get the interactions off, like that extra damage does play a part, and it's hard to fight those early fights with a Lo Yi across from you. Now later on, once those diversion plays come in handy, you know, that's where you really kind of keep FCAP wondering, like, where are we going to come through from that diversion play?
Yeah.
It's tough to deal with. Look at that early damage already.
Yeah, it's really going to boil down to the execution of our mid laners. Haji and Few, they have at least the most important ultimates for their respective teams. Few with the Netherrealm, Haji with diversion. And we've seen, wait a minute, okay, they want to go for more Blacklist, forcing Ogwit to cast that AOG. And going back to my point, remember the time when Haji and MP the King paired up the Lo Yi with a Hayabusa, and they were just going crazy with the macro? That's when Blacklist International's momentum started.
Back in the regular season,
Back in the regular season,
It's funny because, like, a lot of people, when they were watching Blacklist International through the regular season, I think a lot of people had a lot of things to say about them.
A lot.
You know, because there was a time, too, with Blacklist International in regular season where they were trying different, like, lineups, like lineup iterations, and then they eventually found the best. Here's a diversion, though.
Oh, gonna make sure Super Marco doesn't have a good time here, even forcing out this flicker. But in the end, we'll bring him down. So that was a way worth it trade for Blacklist, a diversion for the life of Super Marco.
Yep, that's what I was talking about, man. The diversion plays are going to be pretty an obstacle for FCAP to overcome. Now, with the lineup that they have here, too, they're really hoping that, you know, late game is where they can shine and they can utilize, especially the carry pick, you know, with Super Marco, even though he's already gotten taken down.
Yeah.
That pressure is going to be continuous there, though. So for FCAP, they've got to be able to kind of protect Super Marco, allow the late game to happen, because, Ingon, the way things are going right now, like, I don't know if FCAP's going to get there. This second turtle for the taking, too, and Blacklist might either look for a pickoff or just start it up.
Because ideally, the plan for Falcon's Apbren is, of course, late game insurance Super Marco with the carry. But Kyle TZ was supposed to be dominating early game with the Suyu pick, and so far, we've seen Suyu dominate early games. We've seen it with Andoryu. We've seen it with Carl TZ. So far, not a good start for Falcon's Apbren because of the unexpected aggression Blacklist is showing as MP the King and the rest of Blacklist works on Flap TZ and Owen once again as they will bring him down. Flap TZ has to go with the split. A Perks pops his Revitalize. Okay, now Flap TZ still working on Lord JM. Perks goes in with a glorious pathway with MP the King as well.
Oh.
Flap TZ quite tanky, but will he be able to sustain it? Here comes the Nether Realm, but they're just gonna break it right away, bringing down 2. MP is still alive. Few is the next target, and look at Lord JM. 5-0-2. Man, it sucks that the Alamat Awards just ended because this guy, one of the most improved players for the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a good point because a lot of people are talking smack on Lord JM
A lot.
through the regular season. But man, we're going to look at the replay here. He's trying to make a play in mid. I don't think that's going to result into much. But looking at this replay to us, brought to us by Infinix, this was great. Final slash, able to find multiple members after the Nether Realm was even used. And then they go in, continue to collapse in. So just a huge lead right now for Blacklist. And a lot of this early on snowballed already into this point of the game. You know, that mid-game where you're really just seeing how strong the fighting composition is. And the great thing about this for MP the King especially is this makes your job as a Ling so much easier. Like, you can just do what you need, roam around the map, focus on, you know, these objectives if you need to. But ultimately, the power spike right now for Blacklist International is just so massive that FCAP is going to have to really, like, slow things down. And by slow things down, I mean just not die. You know, like, they don't want to go into a fight because they're going to be outgunned and outmaneuvered right now. And OHAB hasn't even really had to be part of these fights, obviously.
Yeah, he's just literally going on a laning phase with Super Marco, having his own mini game up top. In Blacklist, what you expect? No one could have predicted this. An 8-0 start coming into game number 1 up against Falcon's Apbren, the reigning, defending world champions back in M5. 5.4k gold lead already. And I do agree with your point. MP the King, right? Okay, they're going to send out someone there. It's going to be Lord JM in a diversion, and they're just going to wait, but I think they're going to spot out Oakwood. Are they going to be able to burst him down, though? 4 members of the Bees are here. Perks might be in trouble, so the Shadow Stampede will catch him. Flap TZ goes in as well, and the class will stop there. And okay, going back to MP the King. He's having such a good time because during the regular season, we would always see MP the King struggling because enemies would tend to invade his purple buff. But this time, 3-0-3 start. Not even minding whatever clash is happening right now, just focusing on the macro for MP the King.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, they're just gonna have kind of an easy time right now. Third turtle, I would be surprised if FCAP really wants to press into this and contest it. It looks like, you know, they're kind of getting angled for this. And we'll see if they actually do it, but it looks like not. 3 for 3 now on the turtles, as it should. Again, FCAP really just needs to get to the late game here. I think we have to talk about how can they get in this game. Oh, hold on.
Okay,
they sent him. Oh, they're
reposition. I think Ogwen knows.
Ogwen has to. He spotted that bush earlier, but oh man, if he walks into that.
Okay, he still has the AOG. He still can't escape here, but he's getting bursted down, and Perks will pick up the kill. A fast burst, a fast rotation, fast play for Blacklist, and MP the King works on Kyle TZ. He's gonna get stunned though. Templates of Blade will be casted. He has to walk away because of the tower damage. Kyle TZ pops his 3rd skill. He's chasing after him. Super Marco as well, but MP the King will remain alive. Oh, wait.
Hold on.
Wait, go to the bottom lane, please. Get to see. Okay.
He got out.
MP the King got out.
MP's fine. Blacklist goes and swings it forward. Gets a turret up top. Tier 2 now. Down there. Just OHAB having the gold lane experience, pretty much doing what he wants to do. Farms up. He hasn't really even shown just yet, but look at this. He's already got the Feather of Heaven, Starling of Scythe locked in, working next on the 3rd item. Most likely Holy Crystal. He's got a little defense physically. Hold on, mid lane.
Okay, we're gonna watch for Lord JM. Okay, Final Slash goes in, as well as the Glorious Pathway. Nether Realm will be casted, but look at the damage going in from Blacklist. They're gonna bring down 2. They don't have minions though, so they have to wait for it before they take down the mid lane turret. And Lord JM again, literally playing out of his mind. A 505 KDA. He's not part of just 1 kill all throughout Blacklist initiation.
This is just nearly for Blacklist in game 1. This is basically a perfect game for them. You know, there's been no like window for FCAP really to respond. Now you can see, I was just saying that he was going to pick up the Holy Crystal. He gets it at almost or under the 10-minute mark. You know, with OHAB getting those last 2 kills, this is a great moment for them to get this Lord and possibly get multiple base turrets down, because I just think if FCAP even tries to defend, with this lineup. They've got a Nether Realm, but it's going to be worked on so quickly because of the economic advantage and items and power that Blacklist has. So this is a free lord for them. FCAP will have to pull something through to get an amazing defense, but it's going to be so difficult. Kyle Teasy picking up a Sky Piercer here too.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very interesting, right? They don't have any kills on the board. He picks up a Sky Piercer, wants to just get one of the items that he can, but they're going to try to hold this down. Lord JM, as tanky as can be on this R-Lot, now picking up Radiant Armor. But he's been pumping out the damage too, and that final slash, especially when the Nether Realm is popped, has been a crutch for FCAP to deal with. So right now they try to hold down these turrets. They're gonna have to wait for this Lord to march in. Diversion again, where they go.
Oh, they're gonna catch Kyle Teasy! Instantaneously bursts him down!
The timing.
Haji instincts ever since day number 1 has been phenomenal. We're gonna forget what he did game 3 against Omega, casting
Aurora.
a skill with the Aurora onto that brush. That's why they found out where the diversion was and eventually swept Omega. And now the Lord is marching in. Lord JM catches 3 as the Lord is still there. They're gonna bring down 2. Next one, Flap. Ogwin manages to escape from the AOG, but they have to defend the push because 5 members of the agents are here with the Lord. Might be able to take game 1 as they bring down Marco. Kyle Teasy alone, and Blacklist will win game 1.
And ladies and gentlemen, this